Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the second episode of Yakusoku no Neverland. Now, last episode, what happened? Well, our main characters at the orphanage realize that what they're at isn't exactly an orphanage. It leans a little bit more towards the cattle farm type deal for some unknown monsters, you know, the rich ones, you know, the wealthy ones, not just the commoner monsters, so from that, you know, there might be some sort of higher hierarchy there. But yeah, they weren't happy about that news. They weren't happy about any of that. Seeing Connie dead in the back of a truck, Isabella, their mom, betraying them. It wasn't a good day, really, not at all. Even though they did play tag, which was fun, but it did not end on a fun note. And to make matters worse, those three are next. Well, only two of the three were actually there, but those three are next. And Mama found the stuffed animal, so she knows somebody was seeing something they shouldn't. So, man, that really did terrify me. But yeah, so they need to leave. They know they need to leave, so it's just a matter of seeing them successfully leave, I guess. So yeah, let's get into it. 3, 2, 1, play. Connie is not around anymore. Sorry to tell you. Ugh. Ugh. Well, that was a nightmare. That was borderline giving me motion sickness. I guess this will be the perspective of a clock, the tick-tocking. But yeah, last episode, I mentioned how smart those three were. So, they're desirable to be eaten, I guess. Because I guess that's how it works. I did take the time to remember the three of those numbers. There was a 63194 for Emma, 81194 for Ray, and 22194 for Norman, I think it was. Such an excited jump. One 31045. So the number changes each episode? Huh. I still don't understand what it means though. It's not any of the... that would be so unsettling. Knowing that you're just with that person. Emma, you need to work on your poker face. I know you're not a genius like Norman, but you can't do that. Yeah. If you act suspicious, she'll know it's you. Probably. That's why I need to keep it together, Emma. Yeah. Yeah, if you can't smile, you will lose. It's definitely a sad realization, isn't it? Yeah, they have preferences. That's a scary thought. That's... I remember that. Yeah, but, I don't fully get it either. What? It's such a dark conversation. Uh, so we do have time. I don't see you all escaping. I just don't. I assume it'll just be the main three. And his raid is not involved because he's a main character too. Uh, Makes sense, but okay, it's decided. But what's on the other side? What is the world like? That's what I'm definitely curious about. Just imagine a Titan peeking over. Like, that's really what just flashed into my mind. Be careful. What did I just tell you? Don't hurt yourself right before we do our plan. Yeah, she is a more athletic one. We already established that. He's the smart one, she's the athletic one. Damn. We're not breaking through it, that's for sure. You wouldn't need it with a wall that great. I think it's pretty thick. It's a thick, beautiful wall. Yeah, that's a challenge. You like sticky hands. Not as scary, though. Almost as scary as the demons. More so depending on the day, I suppose. I wonder what two kids those are. I think it's fine. What was that about? What did she check? Well then, I guess we'll just wait here quietly. Oh, she's back. So... I think it's implied she can track them somehow with whatever she flipped open. If that's the case, that's a problem. But it's definitely would make sense if they had some sort of tracking device in them all. Yeah, I picked up on that too. Man, these revelations have just I would be so disturbed if I was these kids, just learning all about this stuff. No. First you find out your food, then you find out you're being tracked. That is a scary woman. Ugh. Yeah, it's gotta be hard to keep up a fake smile. Hey Ray, you're in the show too. I almost forgot. You've been like out of all of this. Oh, that's a scary idea. But they would already know if that was the case. Like, they already know they're the ones that saw if there was a listening device. It's not against the rules to go to the wall, is it? As long as you don't pass it? Yeah. You probably only check when she needs to. That's all she knows. Because if she did, she would have made a move by now. I still don't fully understand what's with the clock stuff in this show. I'm starting to worry when you act so carefree. Oh, I don't like this shot. This is very scary. Oh, yeah. I am now. Bad touch. Man, I think it would break if I was in that situation. That's not a bad excuse. Wow. Oh man, that is dedication. Okay, don't push it. Don't push it. I'm kind of impressed. I don't think I could hug that person. I don't think I could. But she kind of has to because she's already established that she cares a lot about Mama enough to do that. If she suddenly just like doesn't want to touch her at all, that would be a big red flag, so good on you, Emma. You're stronger than I am. I would at the very least be shaking if I had to do that. No. Yeah, I do want to remind people that I am very susceptible to jump scare type stuff, so I'm not like blatantly overreacting at that stuff. That really gets me. Uh, that was seriously nerve-wracking. Just wow. I think I need to lie down. Oh hey Ray, are you gonna like get to do anything in this episode? Lockpicking. Okay. Ah, okay, that's what we were doing. Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't. Why haven't you? I was waiting for the butt. That wasn't an answer. Why are you avoiding Ray? Do we not trust him? Yo, I don't know why they're just kind of leaving you out. Yeah, he was. You could tell he was starting to get kind of suspicious of them. We're all together. You don't want to know, trust me. Weirder than usual? Tell me. Yes. Not as smart as Norman, but not too far off. It's a lot to take in, isn't it? No kidding. Yeah. Yeah, why would Norman make that up? If anyone you believe in this show would be Norman. Emma's a different story, yeah. There certainly is. I knew Emma would take issue with that. The idealist of the group. Yeah, there's a lot of small children here. I don't see that happening. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get everyone out. It's not gonna happen. It's close enough to impossible to not be worth it. Oh? Okay, so we're gonna get an explanation on that. Yeah. Yeah. Did you not realize that? But yeah, you can't really travel in a huge group in a place like that. They need to be stealthy to survive, so... What a great counter-argument, Emma. Do you hear yourself? You're lucky you live in an anime where these things can sometimes actually happen. But I'm still not convinced. Ray, talk some sense into her. Because Norman's gonna just laugh. uh, this is why you don't usually make plans with children. Well, when you only have children that to work with, you know. Yeah. I do agree with Ray. Why? Sounds messy. About to say, yeah. That's pretty much the only explanation. Utilize myself. Hopefully that's not implying sacrifice myself. It probably would, though. It probably would. Well, all or nothing, I guess. It's raining, so making the mud bow would be tricky. Hey, she's from the opening. Okay, I was confused for a second. Yeah, bring in another adult. We didn't account for that. I guess she felt she needed the help. But that definitely ruins the plans a bit. In end episode, yeah. Well, I was wondering where she would come into play, because she was in the opening. I tried to pay too much attention to openings because of spoilers, but I did notice her, so... It's like hugging everyone or something. But yeah, the show continues to be pretty good. Definitely one of the best shows of the season. Like, easily the top 5. Well, of course things could change later on, but for now it's a solid show. What will be interesting is if, well not if, but how things go once they leave. Like, what do they do to survive? Where do they go? That new lady seems nice enough in the opening, so maybe she helps. Maybe she's like a better person than Mom. Okay, that was the second episode of Yakusoku no Neverland. And first of all, the episode, like, the first episode had a number pop up, like it was an episode title. I don't know if it actually was or not, but it like that. In this episode, we got a different number. So I don't know what the meaning behind that is yet. It'll probably be made clear eventually. But I don't know. It's too long to be any person's number. It's like at least has one extra digit than the actual individual numbers of the next. So I don't know. I don't know. I am curious though. So this episode. Obviously, we found out what's going on last episode, so at this point, it's just a matter of figuring out what we do about it. I mean, we know we leave, but how do we leave? Who do we bring with us? Those are the two biggest matters of debate with the episode, and those are some important discussions to have. But in the meantime, you also have to make sure Mom doesn't get suspicious, because you had Emma over there that was clearly acting unsettled, you know, unhappy with Mom, like, just, it was pretty clear. So, luckily Norman said some stuff to her before Mom picked up on any of that. Because, yeah, you can't act that way. You really can't, or you will be spotted. You will be discovered, rather. So, well, after Norman talked to her about it, she was pretty decent at keeping it together. That was definitely tested in the hallway, because you had Mom that was just like staring daggers into the child to question them, interrogate them. And I assume she did that for, other students as well. I don't know if she did for everyone, but I'm sure they were the only ones. So, yeah, definitely have to try to narrow it down. But Emma gave her no real reason to be suspicious for the most part. Like, I questioned the decision to bring up Connie. I feel like that was an unnecessary risk, but it didn't seem to be a problem, so I guess it's fine. But yeah, that was a good job by Emma. She really managed to keep it together there, smiling, acting fairly normal, and even hugging her. That's not easy to do. And even if you were able to hug her, you'd probably shake. Your body would naturally shake as you're hugging her, thinking about all this stuff. So the fact that she didn't let any of the things slip there, that was good. That was good on her. And that really did terrify me. Just, Mom can be scary. Mom can be scary. But yeah, they basically decided what to do. I think they decided they were gonna climb the wall. Like, they got some sheets to make a rope and stuff. I think that's what they established their strategy would be. But something that I guess I didn't think about too much was that the world outside these walls is probably not a good world. There's probably demons everywhere. Demons walking down the street with their demon child, going to Walmarts to buy groceries. That's probably the kind of world we're looking at out there. So in that kind of world, where do you go with a group of 37 people? Like, no money, no ID cards. Like, what do you expect to do when you get outside those walls? So I don't know. That's why I brought up the idea of maybe that other lady that was brought in might help them, because I don't see how else they would survive. Like, where else would they go unless they had some adult that could sympathize with them and wanted to help them out? Obviously, humans are subservient to these demons. That's pretty clear. But that doesn't mean they're all, like, completely loyal and whipped by them. There could be some humans that are trying to fight back as best they can and maybe help these kids escape, and they could join up with some sort of rebellion that maybe that woman's a part of. Like, I know I'm making a lot of assumptions about a single person that we had, like, 30 seconds of screen time for, but I'm just letting you know how my mind's kind of processing things and where I think it could go. Because I can't think of many other things that they could do outside those walls unless they had an adult to help them out. But, what do I know? But yeah, it really was weird to me how they kept Ray out of it. Like, they wouldn't tell him anything. Like, they made it clear that they trusted him, So it was a little bit weird to me. I guess the explanation was that Norman wanted to avoid the argument of who to take as long as he could, because he knew what Ray's opinion on that matter would be. He knows what Emma's opinion on that matter would be. He knew they would butt heads, so he wanted to delay that and play that as carefully as he could, but in the end, Ray just showed up and it kind of ruined his plan, I guess, but you couldn't avoid that issue forever. You had to talk that through. So I guess we did, because it seems like we've established that we're going to try to save everyone, so it's an all-or-nothing gamble. Of course, in real life, that would be a very stupid thing to do. It would just... You shouldn't... It's not realistic to expect everyone to survive. Emma's very much speaking like an idealist, which makes sense, she's a child. But in real life, no. In real life, a decision like that would just get everyone killed, but this is anime where, things like miracles can happen. You can all survive by making a terrible decision. You can make a wrong decision and things still work out. That is the power of fiction. So it definitely is a possibility that they'll make it out alive just fine, but I don't see it. I imagine some Awari no Seraph happening there, but yeah, maybe. I do hope things work out. Emma's a good girl. I do like her a lot, so I don't want to see her get sad again, so hopefully it does work out. I'm not like rooting against them or anything, but I'm worried, basically. Is there anything else to really talk about with the episode? I mean, the early conversations were pretty dark, discussing about why the intelligence matters. Apparently, it has to do with brain size and quality, and tastiness, and that's some really dark stuff for some 12-year-olds to discuss with each other. And then we find out that mom has tracking devices on us, which honestly shouldn't be that surprising. I really should have already seen it coming, but yeah, makes sense. Gotta keep the children trackable, you know. I mean, real life, sometimes people have like tracking collars on dogs and stuff, so, and probably children too. You know, you can just stick one in their neck or whatever, so. Yeah, but you do have to do something about the tracking. I don't remember if they actually said anything about specifically how the tracking works, whether they can disable that. They may have done it, I may have missed it, I don't know, that happens sometimes, but they kind of have to deal with the tracking device, otherwise they could just be found outside the walls, so hopefully they have a strategy for that as well. But, yeah. I do think that's all I had to say on it. It continues to be a pretty good show, and I look forward to seeing more and seeing how all that works out. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.